Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the BRL F2 2019 League as we are here at round 4 at France. I am here to host as a guest and bring you all the action that we possibly can. We will be getting started here shortly as we start loading into the game. Right now for the championship start, we have Ham Newton on top, even though he will not be attending today's race. But we still have Mean Fern and Ferrari not trying to chase him down for that top spot, with B-Dunk sitting fourth. We also have Sparky and Taylor Clan not here. It is heavy torrential rain here in France. Just for everybody who has not watched this and has joined us, we have one shot qualifying. That's right, one shot to get it right and to make it right. We will definitely see how these drivers play out as they get started here with qualifying, as we wait for the drivers to load in their setups and try to decide their strategy as they go through. For right now, it looks like it's going to be a wet tire qualifier, and we'll just sit here and wait a minute for them to get everything ready to go. Let's see what we have as close battles as we get through with Sparky and Taylor not attending for today's race. That's possibly going to give Boss Cookie a chance to move up in the points if he can score strong enough as we get started. Also, SF1 Roads sitting there right behind Deer Hunter in 11th place. Deer Hunter not here. He's only 5 points behind Deer Hunter, possibly making a move up on him, slotting up into that 10th place to be in the top 10 of the championship. The drivers we have for today is Ferrari Nut, E-Dunk, Chandler, Caspita, V12, SF1 Roads, Canada King, Hoopalicious, and Mean Fern. Looks like everybody's starting to ready up so we can start this qualifying round. As we get started, like I said, short qualifying, all the drivers coming down the straight. As we go through, we'll pull up a little bit of the mini map. Looks like it's only going to show us with one car as we jump through. Capsa goes up to 1 with Ferrari Nut in second. It's still early in the lap to see as they go through sector 1 down into the tricky left-right kind of hairpin piece. As he goes through, Capsa's up at the top with B-Dunk sitting second with Ferrari Nut third. B-Dunk now and Capsa jumping back between the start of the... Who's going to probably get provisional pole as they come through here on the wet compound tires. As Ferrari Nut slots into the third place in the grid as they're coming through towards into the high-speed straight of Sector 2 into this very tricky, very, very fast chicane, yet slow chicane at the same time. B-Duck is still leading with Capsida coming through right behind it. Hoopalicious now slots in the third with Ferrari Nut in fourth. Chandler Seda slots in the fourth as Chandler Seda and Ferrari both jumping back and forth between fourth and fifth. SF Road 6. Canada King slotting his way seventh as they come through the start of Sector 3. B-Dunk still leading the qualifying session as he comes through here. A very fast Parabolica, trying to run that drier line, trying not to lose a whole lot of grip with the water as he comes through. We'll jump over here with B-Dunk to see what his line looks like as he comes down here. Runs a little white just to get that nice tight exit as he comes out. Welcome to the viewer that has just joined us. Please drop a comment. B-Dunk still leading it as we go through. As Caspita is coming through, he's in second with Hoopalicious third. As they are about to come onto the main straight and cross the line, it looks like it's going to set up with, see what we've got here. B-Dunk goes fastest with a 1:59.7. Caspita with a 2-minute flat. Hoopalicious with a 2-minute flat. Ferrari Nut with a 2-minute 1. As we get the one-shot qualifying over with. Congratulations to Mr. B-Dunk, the fourth place person in the championship standings, putting his car on top. Already showing a commanding lead to Ferrari Nut as we get started here. As we break this down with B-Dunk takes pole with Caspita second, Hoopalicious third, Ferrari Nut fourth, SF1 Roads fifth, Chandler Seda sixth, Canada King seventh, and Mean Fern, who disqualified. Now, disqualified doesn't mean that they did anything wrong. They probably just ran the track a little bit, so it disqualified them. Best pole position time was a 1:59.7, 7/10 faster than Caspita on the wets. But the trick question is that we have is, will they have rain during the race? A lot of times it does transfer over, but there are a few times where it does not rain and it is dry when they go into the race. So as we wait, I believe from what my understanding was for F2, it's the feature first, then the sprint. So we'll definitely give them a chance to possibly, it looks like it's going to be dry. They're probably going to change up their setups if they are able to, or they're just going to roll with what they have to figure out what they're going to do. And we'll definitely follow everybody as they get started here. We're going to wait for them to ready up. All right, here we go. The drivers are starting to get ready as we are about to start this race as the check marks are coming in. With B-Dunk sitting up front, this may help him propel himself into third place. Definitely be interesting to see how Ferrari kind of fires back at him and tries to take the battle to keep that third spot as we get started here. As we get off and running with the formation lap, B-Dunk leading this group out as they go through. Welcome to the viewers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please give a shout out in the comments. Hit the follow page. Subscribe if you can. Pull a little bit of telemetry up for everybody. So we have a lot of the drivers. B-Dunk starting out on the hard compound tire in the beginning of this 15-lap race as Caspita starts on the hard compound tire. Also, Hoopalicious and Ferrari Nut both jumping onto the soft tire program as we get started here on this formation lap. They're looking to try to get the jump on these two front runners and hopefully catch them off guard and try to pull away from the best that they can. We're going to jump down here to fifth. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. SF1 Rhodes here in the BWT car. He's going to be starting on the hard compound tires. He's going to try to do something with that Racing Point F2 car as we jump down to Chandler Seda. As Chandler is on the soft compound tires, he's trying to do the same strategies, hopefully, as Ferrari Nut and Hoopalicious, trying to take the battle to the front runners. As Canada King and Mean Fern both jump on the hard compound tires, they're looking for the long stick to stretch it out. We have a lot of weird debris and clutter all on the main track, but we'll definitely see how this all plays out as they come through. We'll jump back over here with our leader, Mr. B-Dunk, who runs the cars around the Parabolica. And here we go. They are coming around the final two corners before their cars line up. Let's see what everybody has, what it takes as they get started. Definitely going to be an interesting battle with only 15 laps to go on the first race. They are lining up. See if I can find a good camera angle. Get started here. light, 3 light, 4 light, 5 light. All 5 lights are lit and they are off. Smooth sail. It doesn't look like anybody has any problems getting off the line. B-Dunk definitely goes into a defensive move as he jumps to the outside of the line to cut back through. As looks like Caspita's definitely getting attacked right now as they go through. Delicious getting the jump with the soft tires. Ferrari not getting the jump on the soft tires as well as they are trying to take the... Oh! Delicious loses the back end through the corner. He's going to try to recover himself for this race as B-Dunk now stretches it out to a 1.87 second gap. Now Chandler said it jumps into second as Caspita starting to fall down the grid to fourth as Ferrari Nut moves up to 3 as the soft runners are trying to take the fight to everybody on the hard compound tires as they battle it out with each other as they come down the back straight into the chicane. They go. Ferrari Nut making the move on Chandler as Chandler tries to get the run back up on him but checks up right behind them as they go through. Meanford goes from last to 5th place as they move up with SF1 Roads falling to 6th place as now Chandler takes a look at the inside but says, nope, I'm going to hold off right now. I'm not going to chew up my tires this fast as he comes through as they follow through the parabolic as B-Dunk is trying to stretch his lead but it's stayed a steady 1.8 seconds to Ferrari Nut as they come through as Chandler runs it a little bit wide coming out of the parabolica as Meanford is making the move on Caspita. They are both going side by side. Nobody's giving each other space, but they are giving each other space as they battle it out. Let's see what happens as they come through. Roll right up forward as Meanford runs it a little bit wide as he ducks in right behind Caspita and tries to take the fight back. B-Dunk sets the new fast lap to a 1:52.7 as he is now chasing down Caspita down the main straight. He's got the run. He looks on the inside. Can he make it stick? As they both come in, they break side by side as Caspita, gets a little bit of a tap on him, but that's fine as they come through. As Caspita gets now a run on Meanford. He's looking on the inside. As Meanford, is he going to defend? He's going to stick his line and hope it sticks. Caspita bails out on trying to make the move and waits it out. He knows there's a longer straight right after him as they go through. We have SF1 Roads. He's now hooked up right behind them. 4/10 back and gaining on them as they come through. The top 3 have pulled a gap of 2.8 seconds from Meanford as they are now starting to stretch it out as we jump over here with Caspita. He's got a toe intact as he is chasing him down as they go through the back straight up to the chicane. He checks up right behind him as they come through the chicane. He doesn't want to ruin his race and the other driver's race. Good driving, guys. As they come through. Caspita now 3/10 back with SF1 Road, 7/10 back from him as they're going through. Hoopalicious is now starting to make a move on Canada King for that 7th spot as Canada King drops down to 8th place as we follow everybody here. Ferrari Nut is Canada King taking the fight back to Hoopalicious trying to fight off Canada King as they go through. Canada King runs it a little bit close on that one corner, kind of cuts it a bit, but doesn't invalidate. Welcome to the 2 viewers. As they come through, we're going to jump back over here as Caspita has dropped down to a 2nd back from Meanford, but now Ferrari Nut is 5/10 back from B-Dunk. Can Ferrari Nut take it back from B-Dunk? As Ferrari Nut now sets a new fast lap of a 1:47.1 as he chases B-Dunk down with those soft compound tires. He doesn't want to give up that 3rd place in the championship fight. He wants to show B-Dunk he deserves to be in that top spot of this championship. B-Dunk trying to hold him off on that hard compound tires, 4/10 back, with Chandler set a 1.4 seconds back behind them as he's trying to hope that something happens to the drivers up front and that he can make the move in the fight on them as they go through. It looks, yes, Ferrari Nut does have a little bit of a wing damage as he now gets the run on B-Dunk. Runs it, he goes on the inside. Can B-Dunk take the fight or is he going to check up? Looks like Ferrari Nut is going to have the move. He slips right in front. B-Dunk looks to go to the inside but checks up right behind him as they go through. B-Dunk now 2/10 back from Ferrari Nut. We are lap 3 out of 15 and these drivers are fighting for everything that they've got as they go through. Looks like B-Dunk lost it. Oh man, sorry for the viewers, I did not see that on the stream. Looks like he may have lost it coming out of the chicane, and the back end of the car broke out. That's going to slap B-Dunk to 7. Let's see what he's got. Doesn't look like he has any wing damage. He managed to save the front end of the car. So we'll see if he can recover. He's on the hard compound tires. They're gonna last out a lot longer than the soft compound tires. Because right now we have the order goes Ferrari Nut first, Chandler second, Meanfern third, Caspitas fourth, SF1 Roads fifth, Hoopalicious sixth, B-Dunk seventh, Canada King eighth. As we come through, Hoopalicious now 7 tenths back from SF1 Roads. He wants to move back up in the spot. He knows how fast he is. Ferrari Nut 94 sets a new fast lap of a 147.1. As they come down here, Hoopalicious 4 tenths back, trying to get the run on SF1 Roads. SF1 Roads dives into the first turn, trying to get enough speed to pull away from it, but Hoopalicious is saying, nope, you're not going anywhere. As SF1 runs it a little bit wide, but regains the track without Canada King gets a 3-second time penalty. As SF1 Roads has Hoopalicious all over him as they come through here at the start of Sector 2 before they get onto the big main straightaway here. As they go through, SF1 Roads running a little bit wide, but a little bit defensive as he kind of goes defensive with Hoopalicious, as Hoopalicious now gets the inside run on SF1 Roads. Is he going to make it stick? Looks like he is. He's going to squeeze him just a little bit coming into the chicane. And Hoopalicious makes it stick to slot himself into 5th place, with Caspita still sitting 4th place, trying to make it up, as Meanfern has gone last to 3rd here in this race on these hard compound tires, only 3.8 seconds back from Chandler, as Chandler has literally kept the delta between him and Ferrari Nut to 1.8 seconds. As we go through, SF1 Roads is a 10th back, but now we have B-Dunk. B-Dunk is trying to chase down SF1 Roads. He's trying to regain a little bit of the gap that he lost here from his worn out tires that he probably have chewed up when he had spun the car. As he comes through, 6 tenths back, 5 tenths. Looks like SF1 Roads locked it up just a little bit, just like B-Dunk. They're matching each other's braking zones, locking them up each corner as they go through. SF1 Roads sticking to his line with B-Dunk. DRS open. Is he going to make the move? He is. He's going to try to go for something. Dives on the inside as he comes through. 1 and 2. Looks it up. SF1 Roads is going to run it tight. He's going to get the inside run on B-Dunk as they go through. Down in the corner, SF1 Roads trying to make something happen with B-Dunk. He doesn't want to lose out too many places on him as they come through. 2 tenths back is SF1 Roads to B-Dunk as they go through. Here, through the right, left, and onto the back straight as they go. SF1 Roads still 4 tenths back from B-Dunk. DRS is open. Can he reel him in to take away a little bit of the gap? He's looking inside, trying to fake him out, trying to make him move, but he doesn't. No flinch shot of B-Dunk as they come through for the battle of 6th and 7th place. Doesn't look like B-Dunk's car is getting squirrely anymore in that section. As now SF1 Roads 6 tenths back is still trying to chase him down. Ferrari Nut has now extended the lead from Chandler from 1.6 to now 2.6 seconds. Meanfern is still 2.8 seconds back from Chandler, as Caspita is now 2.1 seconds. Hoopalicious is 2.4. The question is what's going to happen when these drivers decide to pit with only 10 laps to go in this 15-lap first race. As they come around, with Canada King now 10 seconds back from SF1 Roads, trying to reel everybody in with those hard compound tires. We're going to jump through the grid here, and we will give shout outs to Ferrari Nut, who is sitting 3rd in the championship. His strategy started to play out very early in this race, starting on the soft compound tires and trying to make the move up the grid on B-Dunk due to B-Dunk's minor mistake that it's dropped him down to 6th place as he's tried to claw his way back up in this race. As we go through, Chandler Seda, another driver who started on the soft compound tires. I believe he started 7th in the start of this race. He managed to work his way up to 2nd place from the back of the grid, as Meanfern also on the hard compound tires avoided a lot of issues and taking a lot of risky moves, but he slotted himself into third as Caspita, this second place qualifier, has fallen back to fourth on the hard compound tires. He's still within grasp of winning this all overall as they come through here on lap 6. Hoopalicious is on the soft compound tires. He was on the same strategy as Ferrari Nut in the beginning of this race to try to take the fight to the top drivers that were on hard compound tires, but ran into a few issues as he spun on the first lap, which followed him back, but he's managed to recover and slot himself back into 5th place as the battle continues, as Chandler said, and now falls down back to 3.2 seconds to Ferrari as Mean Fern 2.2 seconds back from Chandler, as Caspita is now 2.2 seconds back from Mean Fern. Hoopalicious 2.6, and we have people diving into the pits. We have Ferrari Nut, Chandler, and Hoopalicious. All three of them are diving in the pits as Caspita and Mean Fern now slot into first and second. Ferrari Nut's jumping on the hards, and what else? We got Chandler jumping on the hard, and Hoopalicious will be jumping on the hard compound tire. So now, as it runs, as without the other drivers hitting, we've got Mean Fern 1, Caspita 2nd, B-Dunk 3, SF1 Roads 4th. Ferrari Nut is 5th on the new tires. Canada King is 6th. Chandler said is 7th. And Hoopalicious is now coming out of the pit in 8th. Now, will Mean Fern, Caspita, and B-Dunk and Rhodes be able to pull a big enough gap to where they can separate themselves from the people that were on soft prior to try to take it deeper into the run to where when they do put on soft compound tires, they don't have to worry about the other drivers catching them as they go through here. As Caspita is still 2.8 seconds back for Mean Fern. Hasn't really picked up a whole lot of ground, but B-Dunk slotting in here in 3rd place with 3.8 back from Caspita. SF1 Roads looking strong here in 4th place with 7 laps in out of the 15 as he comes through here in the Parabolica of Sector 3. Delicious is now, we've got Chandler said looking to make a move on Canada King for this 6th place as Canada King gets another 3-second time penalty as they go through. See what Chandler can do. This is the closest battle on track. He's looking on the inside, outside, switching back. He's going to stick his car where he can, gives nice space, holds it in here, and he makes it work as they go through that corner to finish lap 7 of their lap, because we are now on 8 with the leader as we go through. Looks like Canada King is looking. Runs a little bit. Tried to stick the nose where there was no space as we go through here in the race. 8 out of 15. Thank you for the viewer that has stayed with us. The times are starting to trickle in as Ferrari Nut has now cut about 3/10 of his time from when he pitted to SF1 Roads. He went from 11 seconds to now 10.6, showing the pace of what his car can do. The fitted tire is showing hards, but the game is showing me softs. Definitely interesting, Codemasters. We need to get that fixed. But enough of that. Back to the race. As Caspita has fallen back for Mean Fern to 3.4 seconds. B-Dunk has fallen back as well to 3.4 seconds. With SF1 Roads has fallen back a lot to about 4.2 seconds. He was about 2.9 back from B-Dunk. Must have had a little bit of an issue, but these hard compound tires, a lot of these drivers are being a little conservative with them because they know that there's a sprint race after this. As we go through, all the hard tire drivers are now 7 laps. Old compound tires. Doesn't look like any of the drivers are diving into the pits right now. Looks like they're probably going to stick it out for another 2 laps and then probably jump on the soft, or probably try to stretch out the hards as far as they can go and then just take the softs at least 1 lap or so. As we go through here, Chandler said a 4.4 back from Ferrari Nut, trying to chase him down as Ferrari Nut is closing the gap to 9.7 to the front four leaders on this hard compound tires. He's saying, I don't care if you guys pit, you've got nothing on me. As we go through, Hoopalicious is now 2.3 seconds back from Canada King as he's trying to reel him in for that 7th place. As they go through, Chandler said it gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Let's see where we're at. Rhodes is falling back. Now he's 5.4 on those 8-lap old hard compound tires. B-Dunk's managed to kind of trim a little bit of the tire from Caspita as he's trying to reel him in. He's trying to separate himself from Farina so that when he pits, he doesn't have to take a big gamble in this race. As Meanfern is just nicely keeping his gap between Caspita to 3.8 seconds, but now Farina is down to 9.2. SF1 Rhodes is falling. Something must be happening with his car. Either his tires are dropping off or he's made a bunch of mistakes that we haven't caught in this race as he comes through the parabolica of Sector 3. The drivers are deciding to stay out for one more lap. Hoopalicious makes the move on Canada King as Canada King tries to run it nice and tight as he chases him down. This is the closest battle that we have so far. Ooh, back end get a little squirrely, run a little bit of that curb for Canada King. B-Dunk 3-second time penalty. That is not going to help him as he tries to separate his gap from everybody else. As they go through, nobody has dived into the pit so far. Ooh, Canada King tearing apart that marker right there for the DRS zone. B-Dunk is still in a steady 3-second gap behind Caspita. He's trying to make something happen, but with 5 laps to go, what is the strategy? Are they going to try to destroy these hard compound tires for the next race and just pit right on the last lap of these softs? So that's one last tire that he has to worry about. Definitely be interesting to see how that strategy plays out. As Caspita has now kept the gap between Meanfern to about 4 seconds. Welcome to the other viewer. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please hit the follow button if you like what you're seeing, or make a post in the comment section. As we come through here, SF1 Rhodes now 8.7 seconds. Canada King gets another 3-second time penalty as SF1 Rhodes has dropped now to 8.8 seconds back from B-Dunk, while Ferrari Nut has closed that gap and down to 6.1 seconds. He's trying to chase it down as B-Dunk dives in the pits. Same with Meanford, but Caspita stays out. We have 4 laps to play as we go through. Does SF1 Rhodes? SF1 Rhodes dives in the pits. They are going to the soft compound tire. They go through. We're going to see. Here comes Ferrari Nut. He's coming down the back straight. He's going to get the jump over Meanfern as Caspita stays out with 10-lap old tires. Ooh, that was a little close there. Ooh, that was a little close for that battle there. Chandler, Seda, and Meanfern kind of getting a little bit of the rubby-tubby as they go through. B-Dunk, Chandler's teammate here, getting the run on Chandler on the soft compound tire, clearly having the pace. Chandler lets him through. He knows he's got the fight for the championship. Chandler's trying to conserve as much as he can as Hoopalicious is right behind Chandler. Now the battle's gotten tighter. Can Hoopalicious get the run on Chandler to get the run on B-Dunk as they come through the back straight here? DRS is open on both cars. B-Dunk, a sitting duck as Chandler is looking inside, outside, switchback. Takes a weird line approach on the inside as they go into the corner. B-Dunk closing the door a little bit, but yet giving space. He's trying to show Chandler, I'm not giving it to you this easily. As Hoopalicious, 3/10 back from Chandler, chasing him down. He's like, okay, well, if these two guys take each other out, this is going to slot me up higher in the top scoring position. as we go through. As Hoopalicious runs it really wide, as the two teammates are trying to run pair to pair as they come through here. Caspita's now in the pit with Ferrari at 18 seconds back from Caspita. Hoopalicious, ooh, must have locked it up right behind Chandler Sater right as I switched the camera. SF1 as Rhodes is now making the approach on Hoopalicious as he's trying to gather up his time. As SF1 Rhodes is trying to get the run on Hoopalicious after making that mistake from 7th to 6th place. Hoopalicious locking up just a little bit. SF1 Rhodes coming onto the main straight. He's got his DRS open. Can he make something stick? As Hoopalicious is definitely running the normal line when it comes into this corner as they go through. SF1 Rhodes, can he get a run? He gets a 3-second time penalty. So he now changes Hoopalicious as Canada King is in the pits. Caspita's on the fresher tire with 3 laps to go, which will set him up nicely for the next race. Closest battle we have here is for 6th and 7th between SF1 Rhodes and Hoopalicious as they come through here onto the back straight. Can SF1 Rhodes make something stick as he gets through here? He will have DRS. He's got the wing open. Can he make it stick? Hoopalicious goes to a defensive line on the inside. SF1 Rhodes is trying to make it stick on the outside. They go side by side. SF1 Rhodes checks up right behind him. Says, you know what, I'm not going to ruin my races. Canada King retires from the session as they go through. SF1 Rhodes, 10th back, tries it again. Goes on the outside, tries to get a run on him, hoping that Hoopalicious makes the mistake as they come through. See where we go through here into the Parabolica. SF1 Rhodes 6/10 back for Hoopalicious, trying to make something happen. As Ferrari Nut is now 3.6 seconds from Meaford. Ferrari Nut sets the new fast lap of a 1:45.3. Right now, SF1 Rhodes is still trying to make something happen here with Hoopalicious as they come around. Caspita has now reeled in Meaford. Ooh, SF1 Rhodes and Hoopalicious going side by side into turn 1. Hoopalicious getting the run out. They're both giving each other space as they come down here. They're going neck and neck. SF1 Rhodes on the inside, Hoopalicious on the outside. SF1 Rhodes checks up right behind him, hoping that maybe Hoopalicious makes a mistake. Caspita's now reeled in Meaford to 1.7 seconds on the newer soft compound tires, but can he make it stick towards the end of the race? We have 2 laps to go as the top runners are neck and neck as they go through. Already here, Canada King has left the session, but the battle rages on as SF1 is trying to get the stream as he gets the run on Hoopalicious. Hoopalicious break matching it. Ooh, there's a little bit of a tap there, but that rough battle as they go through here. As SF1 Rhodes now tries to regain his composure and his tempo to try to take the fight back to Hoopalicious as they come through at the start of Sector 3. Through this fast right-hand corner up to the Parabolica. As Chandler said, it's now 6.8 seconds back behind B-Dun. With Caspita has now 1.4 seconds back from Meaford 2 seconds back from Ferrari. The top 3 are definitely closing in for a very tight battle with B-Dunk now 3.2 seconds. Meaford is stepping it up as Caspita sets a new fast lap of 1:45.3. He is hauling. Hoopalicious locks it up a little bit with SF1 Rhodes. We're going to jump onto the T-Pod cam as he now trying to make something happen on Hoopalicious. Hoopalicious goes to the outside, trying to break the slipstream real easy as SF1 Rhodes. Hoopalicious makes his move. SF1 Rhodes jumps out to the outside. Hoopalicious on the inside, and they go side by side into the first turn, side by side into the second turn. SF1 Rhodes makes the run on Hoopalicious. He makes it stick as SF1 Rhodes is trying to pull what he can out of Hoopalicious, but can Hoopalicious take it back? We have 1 lap, 14 out of 15 to go through into Sector 2 as they start. Hoopalicious now 3/10 back from SF1 Roads. Hoopalicious can take the fight back to him as long as he gets a good run, trying to utilize a little bit of that slipstream way before they start, even on the back straight as they go through. Beanford now 1 second back from Ferrari, now trying to make something happen towards the end of the race. With Caspita now 1.8 seconds. Hoopalicious looks on the inside but dips back out. He says, oh no, I'm going to check up and see what happens as we go through. We still have one more lap to go. As Meanford now 8/10 back to Ferrari. The closest battles we have are 1 and 2 and 6 and 7 as they come through. Meanford trying to make the run on Ferrari as they come through here towards the end of Sector 3 to start the final lap as they go through. Can Meanford upset Ferrari Nut's strategy? Can he pass them for the lead and for the victory? We'll definitely see, as looks like Meanford definitely gets a run on Ferrari Nut as they start on the main string. Meanford, DRS open, 4/10 back, trying to reel him in the best that he can with Hoopalicious now 3/10 back from SF1 Roads. Meanford trying to get on the back end of him on Ferrari Nut as they go through. Doesn't look like Hoopalicious has gained any ground on SF1 Roads. We'll keep an eye on that as Meanford is now still putting on the pressure to Ferrari Nut as they go through here. Go on the back straightaway of the final lap of the race. Meanford clearly looking to make something stick on Ferrari. He gets the run. He's got the slipstream, but can Ferrari making his car 3 cars wide, sticks his car in the middle for a defensive play. But what happens? They go side by side. Meanford makes it stick. Ferrari handles it out, throttle out. Oh, Meanford loses. Ferrari loses it just a little bit. That's going to slot Caspita up closer as Meanford now slots into first. Caspita 2/10 back from Ferrari. Can Caspita make something stick as he's now a 10th back from Ferrari as they go through the Parabolica, through the big line here as they come through. Caspita gets a run. SF1 Roads still fighting it out with Hoopalicious, but we have a battle for the top second place here as Caspita is now battling out as Hoopalicious 0.083 back from SF1 Roads, trying to make something happen between those two drivers as they go through. We will jump over there as quick as we possibly can as we see what happens. A little bit of lockup. Caspita is right on the gearbox, but does he have what it takes to make it finish at towards the end of the race? He's looking on the inside. He doesn't. He finishes third. We're going to jump back over here to Hoopalicious and SF1 Roads. Can Hoopalicious make something happen towards the end? Meanford wins the race. Hoopalicious locks it up. Meanford's going to take the win in the first race here with Ferrari finishing second, Caspita third, B-Dunk fourth, Chandler Seta fifth. SF1 Roads will slot himself into sixth with Hoopalicious seventh and Canada King finishing eighth. What an amazing race that we've had. The first few laps were a battle to be had in the beginning of the race. And then everything kind of settled in, and then once the pit stop strategy started coming in the last couple of laps, it was a race to be had. An amazing first race that we've had for all the F2 drivers. Definitely be interesting to see how everything plays out with the next race, especially with Meanford taking a win, which is going to extend his championship point amount to Ferrari as he's trying to catch down Ham Newton, who is not here today, as Ferrari is trying to stretch his gap with B-Duck and does not want B-Duck to take the fight to him. As we go through here, we will be doing interviews at the end of the race, as here we have it. We have Meanford first, Ferrari second, Caspita third, B-Duck fourth, Chandler Seta fifth, SF1 Road 6, and Hoopalicious 7. Looks like we've had 3 second time penalties between 4th and 7th. Sad to see Canada King fall out as Casp sets the new fast lap to a 1:45.3. Has the pace to take it to the top drivers. Now we just need to see him take it to the drivers. That was the feature race, ladies and gentlemen. Now to the sprint race. A shorter, faster race. Right now, as you see, Meanford is leading the points with 25, Ferrari with 18. And here we go. Let me get a swig of water real quick before we start the sprint race. Sorry about that, and I am back as we get ready here. This is the sprint race. Definitely be interesting to see how a lot of these drivers and what they pick for their tire compound as we get started. Can Meanfern keep the momentum going from the last race, and will Ferrari not be able to take the fight back to him and hopefully pull out a win in the sprint race? And Caspita definitely looking like a strong competitor. He's looking at the outside in saying, I want that spot. I want one of those top spots. We'll see what happens here. Hoopalicious was strong during qualifying, but had made a few mistakes, which slotted him down to 7th place. Can he move his way up? Chandler said it. Clearly a strong driver in the F1 category, but can he make that transfer and put it down in the F2 cars and take the battle to everybody else? We will see as they go through. This is an 11-lap race. As they start the formation lap, Canada King will not be leading this race, so it will be Hoopalicious starting up top with SF1 Rhodes 3rd, Chandler Seda 4th, B-Dunk 5th, Caspita 6th, Ferrari Nut 7th, and Mean Fern 8th as we come through here in the sprint race as they are doing their formation laps. This is 11 laps, everybody, as they come through. Let's see what the tire compound everybody is going with. Everybody is going with the hard compound tire for the sprint race. Yeah. With Mean Fern starting last, he's going to have to try to make something happen and try to have to make something stick in this race to try to reel everything in. With B-Dunk starting 5th, B-Dunk could make the move and take the win here to take the fight to Ferrari Nut. With him starting 5th place, he's only got 3 places to move up, with Canada King not in this race. As we follow your formation lap leader, Mr. Hoopalicious. SF1 Road staying. As they go through here, it's a pretty fast formation lap. As Chandler Seda runs his car really wide, and for some reason is cutting the track. Interesting. Okay then. As Hoopalicious is now coming through to the last 2 corners. We will get everybody lined up on the grid and we will get started. All right, here we go. Hoopalicious, SF1 Road. As we get started here, 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 light, 5 light, all 5 lights lit up, and we are go, and they are off. Nobody's spinning it out on the first start of the race as we come through. Looks like we've got number 10. He's making a dive on the inside, but he backs out. Ooh, a little bit of a tap. Messes up his wing. Hoopalicious loses his car a little bit, which is going to cause a collision with SF1 Rhodes as they come through. That's going to put B-Dunk at the top with Ferrari Nut 2nd. Chandler Seda falls down to 3rd. Caspita, Mean Fern now making his move up to Caspita 4th. Mean Fern 5th as they're battling out as SF1 Rhodes and Hoopalicious have to fight it out amongst each other again in 6th and 7th place after the small tap. from the minor lockup as Meanford now makes the inside move on Caspita. Makes the run down on him. Will he make it stick or is he going to squeeze him out? Let's see what happens as they match break with each other into the chicane. Caspita holding his ground, saying, I'm not giving you any space and any room. Meanford saying, I'm taking this and I'm winning it again. As Meanford now is trying to pull from Caspita, but Caspita is not letting him. He's less than a tenth back from as he's trying to chase him down. Ferrari not 8 tenths back from B-Dunk in this 11 lap showing as Caspita clearly has the pace to take it to the front runners. What can he do as he comes through here? 4 tenths back from Meanford as they run the track with Delicious now 7 tenths back from SF1 Roads. Meanford now 7 tenths back from Chandler Seta. Can he do something to reel him in and make something stick as they go through? Meanford now 5 tenths. B-Dunk sets the new fast lap to 152.4. Meanford now 5 tenths back from Chandler Seta, reeling him in ever so slightly as Hoopalicious and SF1 Roads both pit for new wings and tires. As they come down here, as they go through Meanford 2 tenths back, looking inside outside, checks up right behind him, goes through, gets a run on the corner. Chandler Seta runs it a little bit wide after locking it up as they start actually to sector 2 as they begin. Chandler trying to break that DRS stream, the max amount of clouds that we have here at France. He's chasing down, looking inside, outside. What can I do? He checks up right behind him. That's going to allow Caspita to reel him in also, as he's hoping that something may happen between 3rd and 4th so he can slot himself in that top 3 position again to give him a nice game in overall points as Meanford now chase down Chandler Seta as he goes through Ferrari now 6 tenths back from B-Duck. He's trying to take the battle. He wants to stretch it out of the championship lead. He doesn't want B-Dunk to take over his 3rd overall place as they come through. Meanford, they're looking at trying to make something stick, but Chandler is having issues trying to get his car to go around the track as Meanford goes. Every lap, he's falling back from the leaders as Caspita is trying to reel both of them in as they go through. Onto the main straight as they go. 1 and 2, tight mouth. Ferrari takes the new fast lap to a 147.2. Sorry about that. Meanford 2 tenths back. He takes a look on the inside, but checks up right behind him. As Caspita still trying to get the run on Meanford, as he's now 4 tenths back. As they come through, we have a battle for 3rd as they go through the left, right, and the hairpin piece before the start of Sector 2. As 1 and 2 are also battling just right in front of them. It is anybody's game. Anything can happen as they go through. Meanford finally, Chandler runs it really wide. He rejoins. Meanford uses the slipstream to make the move on him. As Meanford dives up on the inside, Caspita, he's possibly going to look at diving up on the inside too. Caspita dives up on the inside. Does he make it stick? No, he doesn't make it stick. He spins. Oh, poor Caspita tried to make the move stick on the inside, but did not make it work. As Hoopalicious and SF1 Roads are now battling out 4 tenths back as Chandler said 5 tenths back from Meanford, trying to do what he can. We'll jump over to Hoopalicious. Oh, as SF1 Roads spins it out and Hoopalicious is going to slot into 6th place. Now, the closest battle we have is for 1st place with Ferrari Nut with 8 laps left to go. Ferrari Nut 5 tenths back from B-Dunk. Can he make it stick? Can he bring the win home? His car says it's an expert. Let's see if he is an expert. Ferrari Nut 6 tenths back. Ferrari Nut sets the new fast lap for 146.9. Chasing down B-Dunk. B-Dunk is trying everything he possibly can to try to bring home a victory for his team as he comes through. Ferrari Nut Was about 4/10 back. He's now falling back to 7/10. Is it possible for him to do anything? I apologize for yawning. Ferrari gets a real nice run on him. 5/10 back. Can he make it work? As we will run the T-Pod with him to see what happens as he comes through. As he comes onto the back straight, DRS is open, 6th gear, trying to reel him in as much as possible, using that slipstream, but it's not enough. B-Dunk has enough gap already to kind of keep that lead intact as Ferrari Nut is trying everything he can. He has now 3.4 seconds to second place. Chandler said it now 1 second back from Meanford, trying to stabilize and save most of his race as Caspita is also doing the same. This is the closest battle that we have, is first and second as they go through Ferrari, trying to find something to stick as they go through. As we have SF1 Rhodes, he will be coming out of the pit. Definitely be interesting to see how that's going to play out with the leaders. As Meanford now sets the new fast lap to a 1:46.8. Caspita now sets the new fast lap to a 1:46.7. Third and fifth, definitely showing that they have the pace to take it up with the front runners due to the unfortunate incidences between those drivers as they come through. Ferrari nuts a hair closer than he was the last time, the last lap, only 4/10 back as he's now trying to chase down B-Dunk 3.36 seconds as he's reeling him in. He's got what it takes. He goes on the inside. Is he gonna make it stick? He does. Closes the door on B-Dunk. Says, "This is my place. See you later." This is why I'm third in the championship, as he now pulls away from B-Dunk, but B-Dunk can take the fight back as they go through. Hooplash just gets a 3-second time penalty as B-Dunk is trying to take the fight back to Ferrari, trying not to make any mistakes, as we have 6 laps to go in this race. 1 and 2 are duking it out like a boxing match. Each driver planning out their moves correctly in the best way that they possibly can as they go through here. But Meanford 2.8 seconds back. He's hoping that these drivers battle it out some more so he can reel them in. But Chandler said it now 1.4 seconds back from Meanford, sitting in 4th place. Ferrari sets a new fast lap of a 1:46.6. Meanford now sets a new fast lap of a 1:46.616, beating out his time as B-Dunk gets 3-second time penalty. Even if they finish the way they are at the end of the race, Ferrari will still win it because B-Dunk has that 3-second time penalty. And Meanford would slot in 2nd place. So B-Dunk needs to get past Ferrari and he needs to pull away the best that he possibly can if he wants something to stick as they come through here. B-Dunk 4/10 back with the DRS open. Is he going to have something? Is he going to make it stick? As Ferrari goes very defensive on the inside and slowly brings his car back to the outside as they go through. As you see SF, B-Dunk gets a little bit of a lock on the back end of Ferrari on the wheel as he's trying to make something happen as they go through, but nothing is going to stick as they come through the fast right-hand corner. Can B-Dunk make something happen? Does not look like it. As Ferrari it's a non-DRS area, he's been able to pull out a sizable gap, make some distance as they go through. Meanford now 2.3 seconds back from B-Dunk. He needs to try to reel B-Dunk in as fast as possible so that 3-second time penalty works to his advantage and slots him into second so he can win the overall points in this race. for round 4 at France. As they come through, B-Dunk 7/10 back, but thankfully he has DRS, which will help him reel in Ferrari a little bit. As Mean for instance, fast lap to 146.4 at the start of lap 7. As they come through, let's see where SF1 Rhodes is. Where is he coming up to these corners? He's got leaders have a little bit of a ways to go before they catch up to him. We'll jump back over here with B-Dunk as B-Dunk is on the back end of Ferrari, not 5/10 back, still trying to make something work. As he comes through, he's going to have to try to get his gap to at least to a 4 to 3/10. As he's fallen back to 6/10. Ferrari is definitely getting the run off the corners faster than B-Dunk, and is showing him who's got the pace in France. Chandler definitely gets a nice run through the chicane, doesn't really lock it up a whole lot, and Meanford is still 2.5 seconds back from B-Dunk. B-Dunk needs to find a way to separate that to a 3-second gap. As Chandler is now 2 seconds back from Meanford, as Caspita is 3.6 seconds. Right now, the way order goes is Ferrari is first, B-Dunk second, Meanford third, Chandler fourth, Caspita fifth, Poopalicious sixth, Rhodes seventh, and Canada King had left the race, so he did not participate. As B-Dunk is still 7/10 back from Ferrari, trying to make something happen, as SF1 Rhodes is right in front of him. If they catch up to SF1 Rhodes, will they be able to get past him without a whole lot of issues? Come through, B-Dunk still 5/10 back. Can he get a run on Ferrari? This is the closest battle that we have on track. Meanford has been able to keep his gap between B-Dunk to about 2.2 to 2.4 seconds right there. He kept it very stable. He did not let B-Dunk try to pull away from it. He wants to get that extra free spot due to the 3-second time penalty. B-Dunk can't make any more mistakes. As Chandler Static gets a 3-second time penalty. Now Caspita has to reel Chandler in less than 3 seconds in hopes of anything that possibly play out the way that he wants to play out. As Hoopalicious dives into the pits now. As B-Dunk now 4/10 back from Ferrari. Now gets a really nice run on him, but Ferrari is clearly throwing everything he's got into that car to separate his gap from B-Dunk. Now 4/10 back. We have 3 laps to play here in the sprint race. It is anybody's game, but right now it's looking like Ferrari, due to the fact that B-Dunk has that 3-second time penalty. Meanford now 2.1 seconds back from B-Dunk. Now all that needs to happen is possibly Ferrari for 3-second time penalty. No offense, Ferrari. And then that would slot Meanford into win the overall with 2 races as we come through. B-Dunk still on the backside of Ferrari. Chasing him down 6/10 back as Meanford is now 1.8 seconds back from the top 2. As they come through, Meanford sets a new fast lap of 146.7. Meanford's doing the hammer time. He is definitely trying to reel in the top 2 drivers as best that he possibly can as they come through. B-Dunk still 5/10 back from Ferrari, trying to do something. Can he do something? We will see as they go through. We have 2 laps remaining. This has been a close battle through this whole entire sprint race between these 2 drivers. Meanford has fallen back a little bit to 2 seconds from the 1.8 that he was at earlier. B-Dunk doesn't look like he has what he needs right now in P2 to reel him in. Hopefully, maybe he's holding back a little bit for the last lap. Hopefully, try to see what he can do. Chandler said it gets another 3-second time penalty. That's going to slot slide Caspita up to 4th place in the race. Chandler has 6 seconds, I believe now, as B-Dunk is still trying to make something happen with Ferrari Nut. The time is now, B-Dunk. You've got to make your move now. You've got to take the fight to him. B-Dunk sets the new fast lap to a 146 flat. He's taking the fight. He's like, it's my time to shine. As B-Dunk looks inside, outside, light lockup as he's now pushing his car as fast as he possibly can to chase down Ferrari Nut. He goes through here onto the final double right-hand corner to the left on the hairpin straight. He dunked 5/10 back. Can he reel him in? Now 6/10. DRS is open. I don't think that's everything. It's going to have one more lap to try to pull something out to get Mean Fern as they come up to turn 8. Dunk has fallen back to 7/10 as Hoopalicious now sets the fastest lap at a 1:45.2. He smashed it and pretty much told everybody, good luck next time. He doesn't want anybody else to have the fastest lap. Hoopalicious also gets a 3-second time penalty, but he will most likely slot 6 at the end of the race. Dunk. Now 8/10 back. Chandler said it gets another 3-second time penalty. That's 9 seconds as they come through here. This is going to be the final lap of the race. The order as we go: Ferrari Nut first, B-Dunk second, Mean Fern third, Chandler fourth, Caspita fifth, Hoopalicious sixth, SF1 Road seventh. As they come down, B-Dunk trying to make something happen. He's been trying it all race. The minute Ferrari Nut got him, he kind of lost the pace in trying to keep the strategy alive between him. Mean still 2 seconds back from B-Dunk. B-Dunk still 7/10 back. Chandler said he gets another 3-second time penalty. We'll ride on board with the leader here as he's coming through Sector 3. Kind of made his move stick as he went through at the start of this race. Comes through on the final corner as he approaches the line. Ferrari Nut wins the sprint race with B-Dunk finishing second. Mean Fern's going to go to second with B-Dunk third. Chandler Seta finishes fourth, but Caspita is going to slot up to fourth, and Chandler's going to fall down to fifth, with Hoopalicious is sitting sixth as he's coming around the corner. SF1 Road should be crossing the line now. And he does, so we're just waiting on Hoopalicious to come across. What a wonderful race. Very tough to call. A lot of the drivers sitting very closely next to each other. And there you have it, the winner of the race, Ferrari Nut 94, outbeating his rival in the championship series, B-Dunk, but Mean Fern slots into second in the overall win in this race in second place, with B-Dunk third. Delicious finishes sixth in this race. What a shame for him. He had a wonderful race, in my opinion, for qualifying, but just luck was not on his side for both the feature and the sprint race. Let's see as we get through here. We'll look at the overall standings. We'll get the top three drivers in the overall race weekend, and we will get the interviews started with them. And there you have it, the winner of the sprint race, Ferrari Nut 94, followed by Mean Fern with B-Dunk, Caspita, Chandler, Hoopalicious, and SF1 Rhodes. Looks like the overall weekend is Mean Fern wins it overall with Ferrari Nut, and then B-Dunk. As B-Dunk still managed to squeeze in a few extra points over Caspita with the pole position in qualifying. But Caspita and Hoopalicious both had fast laps, which will help reel them in some of their points, and it will definitely help them in the strategy and the fight as they go through. We will wait till we go through all of this, and then we'll start getting their top three drivers in for their interviews. We'll get the drivers in here real quick. We'll just ask them a few questions and get this all done with. B-Dunk does not have a mic, so we're going to try to ask him small questions to help him out with the typing. Welcome, Fern. Please check the box to include your audio, if you can, sir. We were just waiting on. And Ferrari Nut, please check the box to include your audio, please. And we're just waiting on the keyboard master himself, Mr. B-Dunk.
Oh god, he's just gonna be spamming in the chat.
And the third place man, Mr. B-Dunk, is in. Due to the fact that you do not have audio, you are not required to click the check mark in the box. We will start with the overall winner of the race. Honestly, it was a wonderful race, commentating all of it. I'll start with the winner of it all, Mr. Mean Fern. What were your thoughts going in as B-Dunk has left? Sorry, Mr. B-Dunk. And he has joined in again. Okay. What were your thoughts going in through qualifying? I know you started in the back, and as you started off in the race, you kind of started slowly trickling your way up into the points. Take us through the overall start of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of nice. Quality, I track extended right before the backstretch. I actually couldn't see where it's not even a it's not even a curb there. Like it's the painted on curb, and with all the rain, I couldn't even see where anything was, and I just track extended there, and then it DQ'd me. So that was annoying. Um,
Mhm.
but I think because I was on the hards, um, and like since about half the people were on softs, I could get
Mhm.
like in front of all the hard people,
Mhm.
pretty early on, and then I was just putting it really consistent, really fast times, and then I wasn't really sure how well the softs would work, but they worked really well. And yeah, I got kind of lucky with Ferrari having his wing issue, but um, it was still really fun to track him down at the end.
It was definitely an interesting race to watch you kind of battle up from last and kind of work your way up, just like with Ferrari not working his way up when he started off the soft strategy tire strategy. I wasn't too sure as we're going to jump over to the second place finisher in the overall this weekend, Mr. Ferrari. Now, when you started on the soft in your first race, and you knew you had to kind of take it to everybody because you know you're sitting third in the overall championship. B-Dunk is looking on outside in. What was your kind of strategy going in at the start of your race with him, and knowing that you have to, take try to hold him off from the championship?
Well, the strategy was just to start on the soft tire, which the wet quality just... Dude, if I can catch a break in frickin' qualifying, I swear to God, if I can catch a break in qualifying, I might actually have a perfect weekend one of these friggin' weeks. But no, the first race I started on the soft tire, knew that we were going to get a better start than the two guys in front of us. I mugged Caspita in the front straightaway basically, and then we almost ran each other off the road in turn 1 and 2. We get down to turn 3, and Hoop just runs straight on, basically locks up, runs straight on, and then on his own just comes right back across the track facing the wrong way. Which I'm still perplexed about. If you go to about 15:45 on my stream and watch it, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, and I don't understand what in the hell happened there. Why was he coming back across the track like that from a lockup? He should have just gone straight on. So that knocked at it, and Mean Fern, it did make my front wing yellow, not lime yellow. So that was pretty significant. It basically took off the right half of the front wing. To an extent.
We did in the stream. We did see a completely missing end plate on your wing.
So yeah, from lap 1, I was riding the struggle bus that first race, which I think makes finishing second and almost winning the race. I think that makes that all the more impressive.
Yes. No, it was
honest.
definitely a wonderful race to see you put on, especially with the strategy of the soft to hards, and then especially taking the battle to B-Dunk, which B-Dunk, I do know that your audio is not working, so I'm going to try to give you a small question, so less of typing. But I mean, it was definitely interesting to see you take that fight to B-Dunk. Now, for you, Ferrari, the only other question I have for you is now in the second race for the sprint race, when you were battling B-Dunk, I mean, when you made that move on him, was it pretty much just try not to mess up, or was it like I need to push as much as I can?
I mean, it wasn't really much of anything. It was more of, we're all three of us about the same speed, and we know this. So basically, it just was the DR. I got the DRS, got alongside him. I was like, okay, just got to basically hit the brake as soon as he does, and that's exactly what I did. And it really wasn't. I wasn't pushing. I didn't feel like I was pushing the limits too much from where I thought I needed to be. Pretty much, when you're on the inside of that chicane, it's a scientific wild ass guess as to where to brake.
Very true. Just like almost all the corners at France, most of them. But congratulations on finishing second overall. And to B-Dunk, we know you don't have the audio, so congratulations on your super pole position of the one-shot qualifying. Is there anything... I don't really know what to say that you don't have to type out a paragraph. Is there anything that you'd like to reflect on the race, B-Dunk? just wait for a split second. It's gonna take longer than I thought it was.
Spark would have had a whole paragraph by this point.
I know, and a meme. 2 memes. Hard was a good pace, sauce was garbage, and I vettled it. I think that's what he said. Yes. Well, it's a shame, B-Dunk, but at the same time, you were still able to finish 3rd overall in the championship series for this weekend, which still gives you a closer battle to Ferrari and Meadfern, who are setting 2nd and 3rd with Ham Newton has been out. And this will definitely overall stretch your guys' gap between like Chandler's, Sparky, who wasn't here, like Taylor, Deer Hunter, and those other drivers in the league. I want to say thank you guys for all being a part of this and all racing. It's been a pleasure of mine to stream for you guys. Please come back next week, same time, 10 p.m. Eastern, and the race is... Do you guys know what the next race is? Because I don't know.
I believe it's Monaco.
No, actually, it's a break week, I believe. Or is it?
Oh, yeah, yep. Next weekend is the small break for a week,
So
and then Monaco on the 21st.
So we will have a break next week. I apologize. As I said, I am a guest announcer for everybody here. Next week, we'll have a break. The following, in 2 weeks from now, we will have the Monaco Grand Prix of the F2 race where you watch the fastest of the BRL. Take it out and battle it out on the streets of Monaco. Thank you very much. You guys all have a wonderful day.